I got something for you. We're gonna say Bron and Kyrie versus Bron and Wade versus Bron and AD. Which one?
I'm
Who am
taking
I
Bron D
taking?
Wade.
I
Bron D
know which one
Wade.
you taking, Sheldon. You say
It,
that
it
picture every
depends.
week.
It depends. Like I would probably take AD because AD is the better player out of all of them. He's the better player. But if I had to
Uh,
pick LeBron, I'm taking probably Heat in Miami LeBron. But if I had to pick the second person is probably AD because AD he's better. He's better than Kyrie. AD is better than Kyrie, and Wade wasn't. He wasn't old, but he wasn't young. So AD is better than them. He's better than Wade at that time, and he's better than Kyrie at that time. I would probably
man,
take. I would
I'm
probably
taking
take them only because of AD.
Get him, Charles.
I'm
Get him.
taking Wade. I'm taking
You
Wade.
you only saying that
Wade and
because of he
Bron, bro.
influenced him? Because he influenced him?
Nah, bro, because they dynamic together, bro. They cannot be stopped on the court. My
They can't
man
stop
D
AD
Wade,
either.
you seen the photo of my man D Wade? Come on, bro. Like,
Who he throwing
like
the hoop?
AD can't even stay in the lineup, bro. How you gonna count on him to come to the game and play a 2v tournament if he
But we're
talking
not
about
talking about the lineup. We just talking about who's the better player.
nah, bro?
Who's
You
the
said
better
he
player?
asked you. He said, "Who would you pick?" He said, "Who would you pick between these three?" I'm
If
picking
AD is
Bron
healthy, if
and D
AD is
Wade.
healthy, I'm picking the AD. I'm picking AD.
But if
He's
that's the
better than
case,
Wade.
if that's the case, if Wade was in his prime, I'm picking Bron and Wade still.
That's different.
Even if AD is healthy, I'm still picking
But
Bron
Wade
and
wasn't in
D
his
Wade.
prime though. Wade was damn. He was
Wade
low
was
key
at the
kind of
end of
out.
his prime. He was at the end of his prime when Bron
But
came.
AD
But
is still
still, I'm
young though.
still taking D Wade and Bron over AD
Is D Wade a
and
better
Bron.
player than AD? Was that D Wade better? It was a better player, or was he just a better fit with that LeBron? It's a difference. Was he a
But
better fit with Miami Heat LeBron, or is AD a better player than
even
that D
even
Wade?
even if both players in the prime, AD is more talented than Dwayne Wade. But we're going off duos, so duos are chemistry along with talent and all that. I'm taking D Wade and Bron over Bron and AD because Bron and D Wade got the better chemistry, bro. LeBron is your favorite player. You seen what the hell he did in Miami with Wade? Come on now, bro. Even with Wade at that old age, he won more chips with him than he did with AD.
That's because AD ain't healthy. That's it. I'm just going off
But
of who's the better player.
you can't add stipulations on if AD healthy. I'm taking no. Just answer the question. Who you taking, Wade
I'm
and
taking
Braun or
AD. I'm taking AD then.
I'm taking
AD is
Braun
a
and
better
D Wade,
player. He's a better
bro.
player.
I'm
He's a
taking
he's a
Braun.
better player. I'm taking the better
AD
player.
AD gonna get slapped on his wrist and gonna be out for 48 games, bro. I ain't. You can keep him. You keep
All
him.
right.
I got Brian D Wade.
All
Tell
right.
me
If
why
that's the
y'all
case,
not taking Kyrie.
LeBron wouldn't have
Tell me
left
why y'all
then.
not taking the Kyrie Bron because they what they did
I'm not
that three
taking
one
him,
Warriors team that was we'll never see that again.
bro. I'm just going off of who. I'm not taking Kyrie because AD is just a better player than Kyrie. Then he's the better player. We saw what AD has done. Yes, he doesn't stay healthy, but we've all said just like what months ago. If AD was healthy, I'm taking him over Jokic, and I'm taking AD over Wade. I don't care. I'm taking him over
I'm
Wade.
not.
He's a
I'm not.
better player than him.
I'm
And
not taking
LeBron and AD
Kyrie.
have good chemistry too. It's just AD just don't stay healthy. And Wade was injured too. He wasn't injured as AD, but he was like kind of he was injured a little bit. He's just not as hurt as AD. That's it. That's really all it is.
I ain't taking Kyrie because Kyrie he don't really got no defense. Like Bron and Wade, like I know they gonna lock down their positions or it's gonna be tough to score on them. If you got Bron and Kyrie, it's gonna be kind of easy to score on Kyrie. I just saw a clip on I don't know, was it TikTok, Facebook, one of them social medias, and Trey Young nutmeg Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie left him in the dust, and you see Kyrie Irving smiling in the background. So it's like a if that was D Wade, I mean, yeah, Trey probably a nutmeg D Wade, but D Wade he'll lock that up. D Wade prides himself on defense, but nah, I'm still taking him over AD and Bron. Not doing it.
I mean,
I'm taking
I don't have a problem with that. I'm just taking who's the better duo. Like who is the who what
That
player
wasn't the question.
who is the better player out of those three? Out of basically Wade and Wade and Kyrie.
That's your
If
criteria for how you
if
answer
that's
it.
the
Yeah,
question, if that was the question, yes, Bron and AD all the way. That's the best duo. If we talking about talent, but he asked you who are you taking between them three.
I'm taking Kyrie and Bron.
What?
Taking LeBron and AD.
Taking Kyrie and Bron strictly off of what they did against the Warriors, because that right there said that even when we don't get along with each other, we aren't the best of friends off the court. They figured out a way to be locked in with each other. They were the closest, like, they were the closest thing to basketball perfection. Because like against that team, they broke the record. They broke MJ, Scotty and them record on most wins in the season. They had never lost 3 games in a row that season, and they went and did that. I think they were just so locked in, so in tune with each other. It was like that's yeah, the overwhelmingness of AD, his size and his defensiveness, and being able. Bron love being able to pass to a big, but I think Bron is better when he's able to pass to such an elite shooter, elite finisher, and closer like Kyrie. Kyrie was able to just get out there and play those same minutes and just be a dog on the court. Like you knew where that ball was going when Kyrie shot it. And AD is like he's great. He's defensive. He's a monster out there. It's like, whoa, how this big moving like this? But I like that assassinness in Kyrie. So if I had to choose a playoff run, Kyrie, Bron, or Bron, AD, Bron, Wade was the leader, and Bron transformed, grew into it. But at the stage he was with Kyrie, it was like, hey, don't get on the plane if you don't believe we could still do this. I want that Bron. I want that Kyrie that was like, I don't care if I don't like him. I think we could win. We could do this. They were locked in. They were locked in. They weren't on no funny business. They weren't on no, hey, you need to. It was like, hey, we got to do this. We got to hit these shots. And that, I love it. Just strictly off that picture when they both had them crazy stats.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, they both they was going crazy. They definitely was.
If we had to choose which LeBron we're taking, it's either between Miami LeBron or second Cavs LeBron. But I'm low key leaning towards second Cavs LeBron because that was probably the best overall LeBron
Yeah,
ever.
he's the most
He
complete
was
player.
probably the best because I remember it was something
Hmm.
about young LeBron. He was like good. He was fast. Miami Heat LeBron. He was the most athletic. Cavs LeBron was the second one. Was the most overall. He was the most overall LeBron. And Lakers LeBron is the smartest one. He's the smartest LeBron out of all of them. He is the oldest one, obviously, and his passing is way better. And he's the better shooter out of all LeBrons. He's the better shooter. So I would probably lean towards second Cavs LeBron because he was amazing. He was dominant. But Miami Heat LeBron is right there second. He's right there.
I'll probably pick Miami Heat LeBron because I want LeBron flying up and down that floor. I want him catching them. Oh yeah, bro. Because that's when LeBron was like locked in defensively and everything, bro. Like Bron wasn't taking no days off. Bron was on kill mode when he went to Miami.
I mean, it makes sense though, because pretty much it's like when you look at the duos and the bronze, I choose second LeBron as well. That second year Cavs Bron he was everything. Honestly,
Yeah, he was.
that was like the well rounded, the peak of his prime. It wasn't the peak of his prime, but it was like the I know how to do everything prime.
Hmm.
And if you just look at the type of bronze we choose, it makes sense the type of top why we base our top duos off of that, because it's like I like this, I like that. These two create this with each other. So I like Giannis and Middleton. I like Giannis and Middleton. Like I have a
No,
thing for
stop
having
it.
I have a thing for a dominant play on the court, and I love a dominant